You know what, Hollywood? I'm real fucking sick of this shit. You fucking failed for 20 years straight on trying to make a video game movie. What makes you think you can do it? Usually when people fuck up for 20 years, they're like, you know what, it's time to call it quits. We can't fucking do it. But no, you're reluctant to say, we're gonna make one that's good. Especially when you try to reboot a franchise you definitely killed. Hitman Agent 47 is by far one of the worst fucking video game movies I have ever seen. I mean, you have to fucking try to make shit this bad. That's my only explanation for how fucking bad it is. Well, I'm not shitting you. When I walked out of the fucking theater, I said to myself, I should have saw Sinister 2. I thought of it like this. It's like trading in a landfill full of shit for a garbage bag full of bad movies. That blows my mind how I thought that. That just shows you how bad this fucking movie is. Man, I don't give a fucking shit if this is like the most video game accurate movie ever made. Because if it is, that just shows me one thing. The first Hitman fucking video game has an absolute shit story. So I'm reluctant to think that that fucking game has nothing to do with this movie. Because if it does, that has one of the worst video game fucking scripts of all time. I shit you not. I think they fucking like had a deadline to reach and they're just throwing ideas at the wall and choosing the one that looks best. Because that's how the fucking script feels. The story? This was no story. It feels like a bunch of fucking fan fictions just collaborated into one movie. Because that's how the acts flow. It goes like this. Hitman's a bad guy. Hitman's a mysterious bad guy. Hitman's a hero. Okay, character development, anyone? Nope. He's just a good guy because, you know, a woman said you gotta be good. And he's like, okay, I'll try to be good. That's the character development in this movie. Great pacing. Great pacing. Some of the CGI in this looks worse than The Matrix 2. And that fucking movie came out like in 2001? I have cum stains that look better than the blood in this fucking movie. I shit you not. There's a scene where, like, the guy who played as Spock, I don't remember his name, and the Hitman guy were rolling off of a train, and I was like, that looks like PS1. It looked like a... Oh, God. It just looks so awful. The scene where Mr. Fantastic is, like, meshing his face together in Fantastic Four looked better. That just shows you how much effort went into the CGI. It feels like a PG-13 movie that just got, like, tacked on little parts of rated R so they can appeal to fans that wanted a bloody movie. Well, guess what? The movie financially bombed, so I imagine this won't get a sequel. They leave it on a fucking cliffhanger, if you can believe that. That's what I said, too. What? Oh, man. The acting, or the lack thereof, it just feels like a bunch of people who just got, like, thrown in a phone booth and then said, hey, just record, fucking phone booth, a recording booth, and just said, hey, record your lines on this. I swear, like, Peter Dinklage's lines from Destiny sound more believable than the acting in this fucking movie. The guy who played Hitman, he can't keep a voice. He's a British, dark, like, deep voice kind of guy, and then he's a high-pitched voice guy, and then he's just back to, like, a low-pitched, deep voice. The girl, I swear, she's the main fucking actor in this movie. For a movie called Hitman, there's a severe lack of Hitman in the movie. Because it, like, focuses on the girl. What's her fucking name? I'm not looking it up. Because why the fuck would I? She's a way better fucking actor than the Hitman guy. But that's like saying, oh, that pile of shit has less nuts than that pile of shit in it. It's still a pile of fucking shit! I don't even know who the fucking villain was in this movie. It's the guy who played as, like, what, Baron von Strucker in Age of Ultron? And he's in there for, like, a good maybe 5 minutes, and he's like, oh, I'm the villain. Can't you tell? I'm the villain. Watch me get up in your face and say villain things. Oh, and the girl's dad, who gets, like, the guy from Ghost Rider, the guy who played Mephisto, not that, the second one, Spirit of Vengeance. He was in this, and I was like, we are in for a fucking show of absolute garbage now. And he did nothing more than deliver over the top. His performance, this is one of the worst performances I have ever seen in a movie. He had like a Japanese accent, I felt. And he, like, oh man, his acting was so bad. I swear to you, there's a scene where he's talking to his daughter and he's looking at the script. Because every time I looked at his eyes, he was looking away and like his hand was up. And I was like, are you fucking serious? You get paid to act. I just did an improv at school that looked a hell of a lot more better than that. And I was even getting paid for that shit. Oh, the acting. The only guy who's decent in the movie is the guy who played Spock in Star Trek. He's in this movie, and I was like, what the fuck are you doing in this movie, man? Don't ruin your career while it's still shining. Don't have a shit stain on your star. He was decent, so I can't give the movie an absolute 0. Fuck it, I will. This movie gets a fucking 0! Never watch this. If you're a fan of the franchise, don't watch the movies. Ever. Stay as far away as you can. Because I almost guarantee you, they will change your views on the video game. Because this movie is by far the worst movie of August 2015. And this month had some shit. Sinister 2. We Are Your Friends. Fucking Fat 4-Stick. It tops them all. It's the king of Shit Island. I can't ever recommend this movie. It is going down in my worst movies of 2015 list. Never, ever watch this movie.